Well, hello to you two again, everybody. Welcome back for Tales of Vesperia. Last time, after trekking about in the desert for a good long while, we ran into a very mysterious monster, the weird manta ray creature. I want to see if it turns up in our monster book, like under which monster type it shows up. Not here, even. Although they show the green menace. It's kind of fun, even though we only stared at it and ran off. Oh, that's kind of fun. Pterapus shows up here in... Oh, wow! Pterapus actually looks a little bit like some kind of raptor creature. Now that I see it more clearly in this profile. Huh. Didn't realize that. Rather than a bat monster, which it ended up being in the end. A little fun trivia up there, by the way. I messed up on the Weezand thing. That turned out to be a real word. Turns out Pterapus also made sense, because I was like, Ptero, I hear Ptera, and I'm just like, well, I expect a pterodactyl to show up. Big old monster. Here's the creature I was looking for, the Outbreaker. Okay, it's under magic type. Okay, makes sense, along with Cursed Wanderer and some of these weirder critters, which these ones I would have thought would have been under magic, would have been under plant type. They look like plant creatures, but no. Seems like magic type is a catch-all for all sorts of weird supernatural beings that don't fit into other ones. Again, I would have thought the Seaside would be here in beast type, but no, alright. Look at this dude, I love him. This guy's weird, the Outbreaker, what a weird thing. I really hope they explain what this was later on, because it was such a strange encounter. Whenever we fought a creature gonna honker, that's funny. Anyway, yes, it turns out Pterapus is a fitting name for that bat monster after all. Pterapus in real life is the Latin name of the fruit bat, also known as the flying fox, which is a type of bat, so, okay. Good on ya. I had not heard that before. Must not be on the Batman Begins soundtrack, or maybe I just haven't listened to that one enough, because I believe the soundtrack to Batman Begins by Hans Zimmer, the song names are all these weird names. I believe they're all different, like, Latin names for bats on that album. That's where the names come from. Like, Molasses is the famous song. I recommend you look it up. That's like Colossus, but with an M instead of a C. Molasses is like the Batman theme. It's real good. So anyway, after that encounter, we landed in this mysterious town of Yormgen, which seems like a town frozen in time. Like, I'm convinced we have either traveled back in time, or this place is somehow frozen in time. We were meant to see the Sage, which we never really did see, because we ended up seeing...
I have nothing left to say to you.
We ended up seeing Duke here, and I was actually coming back here to see if we actually could meet the Sage. Duke was being as cryptic as ever, and he also stated that there is no Sage to meet here, but would not explain, would not elaborate. Just decided to be a mystery guy. And here he still is, Sage blocking us, but we also found Rita here. Oh, both of these just getting frumpy here. Who's gonna out-frump each other? Okay. Looks like Duke blinked. Ha! He had to...
You're not gonna follow him?
He had to amscray.
What's the point? He's not gonna talk to me.
So this was a complete waste of time?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, really?
Apatheia?
When the air crane went berserk, Jaeger was carrying this box.
Yes, that's right. We also got that box opened with the CL crystal, but then Duke decided to just smash it. What a jerk.
This box was what messed up my magic.
Oh, interesting. You think that the box is what is making stuff go weird, not the crystal.
You think the Apatheia is what's causing the air crane to go out of control?
Judging from the evidence, it could be a valid hypothesis.
Oh no, they're just saying that when the crystal was in the box, it was making all that weird stuff happen.
So when the Blastia and Heliord was going out of control, you think there was Apatheia nearby?
Oh, okay, that is actually interesting.
And the air crane and cave mock too?
There may have been. Otherwise, maybe the Apatheia's been damaging the whole world's air crane little by little. And a large distortion just happened to appear then.
I see.
It's really nothing more than a guess, but it could be right.
You don't sound very sure of yourself.
This is interesting.
In science, you continually make hypotheses, then test them, and you get closer and closer to the truth. That's how it is.
Right on, Rita. Freaking spreading the good word of science here.
Well, okay. Maybe I can do something with this after all.
What are you gonna do now?
The next step after a hypothesis is testing it.
Right on. So where are we gonna get an apatheia now? That's a problem. Okay, now while we're here, let's see if the sage is here to meet. So yeah, we are now resting up in Yormgen after our long journey, and we have one of these scenes where we get to run around town talking to, a strange mark. A crest that slightly shortens the time a mage is immobile after casting a spell. Well, shit dog, we gotta remember to give that to Rita real quick like, that's amazing. So this is one of those scenes where we often get when we come into a town, is we get to run around and talk to all our party members individually before moving along, so that's what we're doing right now. There's a really old key. It doesn't look like it would open. So there really is no sage here, despite the townspeople talking about him. Mysteriouser and mysteriouser. No! Not now! I'll lose my concentration. Okay, good talk. That's the Rita I know. Now, time for some wild speculation here, but, you know, she was guessing that there was an apatheia nearby causing those Blastia to go crazy. And, you know, what's also crazy is that somehow I'm able to string all those words together and actually understand what I'm talking about to some extent. But anyway, we also had some revelations about Estelle last time, about she might possibly be... Oh my god, I don't remember what it was called. Let's look at the synopsis real quickly. No, they don't mention it here. Damn it, but she was like the child of the moon or something? Which was something that the Entelecheia hate. And Entelecheia refers to Pharaoh. And I don't know, maybe that other dragon monster we saw, they look fairly similar. I don't know. Maybe there's only one Entelecheia, and that's just Pharaoh. I don't know. Anyway, now I can't help but notice that Estelle has been present at these out-of-control haywire Blastia, so... just spitballing here, she might be some kind of living apatheia, might be a plot twist incoming. I'm not 100% with that, but seeing as we just got some stuff with Rita, not with Rita, with Estelle, and now we had Rita talking about this apatheia business, it might, you know, we shouldn't jump to conclusions. Correlation does not equal causation, as I'm sure Rita would point out on one of her science tirades, but if I'm gonna wildly speculate, might as well toss that out there. Now then, what's Raven doing in this garden?
Hey, old man, you can feel free to go on ahead to Nordopolica.
Oh yeah, that business.
Hey there, youngin'. What? You want to get rid of me so soon?
Wrong. I just wouldn't want you to miss the new moon and your chance to deliver the letter all on our account.
Wow, that's like the nicest conversation Yuri's had with Raven. Like, we're always picking on him because of his apparent age, and just because he's kind of a sleazy guy sometimes. Like, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve a bit of ribbing, but like, wow, nice to have a little nice conversation for a change.
Honestly, I could do fine without your concern.
Wrong again. If brave Vesperia gets in the way of Altosk's work, we'll be apologizing to the Dawn for an eternity.
Fair point.
What? You're too young to bother yourself with such fluff.
It's a matter of brave Vesperia being trustworthy. You see what I mean?
That was a weird line read on that thing that Raven just said. I don't know. Seems like it was kind of the wrong emotion for that scene.
We've still got time left until the new moon. We'll be fine.
You sure?
Anyway, ain't about to go back through the desert and that cave myself.
Yeah, I guess it would be rather risky.
If I got killed by some monster on the way there, not only would the letter not get delivered, but brave Vesperia certainly wouldn't look very trustworthy to potential clients then, would they?
Wow, nice job spinning this around, Raven. I like this guy.
In that case, we collect your bones and the letter and deliver them as promised.
Oh, jeez, Yuri.
Oh, how kind of... Wait, hey!
Anyway, just as long as you won't go blaming me if you don't manage to deliver it on time.
No problem.
Okay, well, that was a nice talk. Ah, don't be so cold. I may be old, but I'm a very sensitive guy. Okie dokie. I don't know, how old is he? He doesn't seem that old, honestly. Now, let's see, is there anybody to talk to on this terrace? Carol's over here watching the ocean. That's kind of cool. Do these guys have anything new to say, by the way? Nah, they're still grateful for us saving them. Fair enough. Alright, Carol, what you got going? More introspection about your guild? You're often all about that. Or maybe you just want to show off your new fancy bag we synthesized for you. That finally got around to making a new bag for him. That's pretty good.
We weren't able to find Pharaoh after all.
Yeah, but nah.
Yeah, our first job as a guild was an egregious failure.
Oh, geez, I didn't even think about it that way.
What do you think? Should we go back to Dongrest?
That might be best. But would you be okay with that, Yuri?
So much backtracking.
And what about Estelle?
I'd be fine with it. As for Estelle, I'll leave that answer up to her.
All right.
This sure is a serene little town.
Yeah, it is a mystery, this place, isn't it? That's kind of what it's supposed to be, obviously.
Huh? Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? No guilds, no empire. It's a little strange.
Almost like it's from a time before all of that.
Yeah, but I think it's relaxing.
Yeah, but even so, I prefer Dongrest.
That's how everyone is. Everybody prefers the place where they grew up.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
You too, Yuri?
Well, yeah, sure.
But if we're gonna work together in brave Vesperia, we'll have to decide on a single place for our home base.
Ah, interesting.
We could always make someplace new, you know.
Oh wow, found our own town? That's crazy, Yuri. Now you're talking crazy.
Someplace new?
Yeah, you know, everyone thinks of Dongrest as the Union City, but it's really Altosk City. It could be like that. Brave Vesperia could make its own city.
Wow, that's awfully lofty goals there, Yuri.
Brave Vesperia's own city. Yeah, I like that idea.
Unless he means like moving into an existing city and like, kind of like making that their own, which makes more sense, I suppose.
Well, either way, we've got a lot of jobs as a guild ahead of us before we can be thinking about things like that.
Yeah, now that you mention it, Nordopolica is Palestrali's city, isn't it?
Yeah, you could put it that way.
Yeah, if you think of it that way, Nordopolica's more of a guild city than Dongrest even.
I guess so?
Yeah, and Bellius rules the city too. Nordopolica, leader of a city, Duce of a guild. I wonder what sort of person Bellius is.
Yeah, we have not actually met this lady yet. It's kind of curious. The guild town, huh? Oh, I wish I could start one. Honestly, I don't know. Starting an entire town just for a guild seems a little bit kooky. Especially a guild which is gonna be running around as much as we are. But I guess once we get big enough, we'll start having a HQ and dispatching agents. Huh. Oh, Judith is probably out of town again if we try to walk to the path out. Maybe? Who knows? But these guys are over here. What's shaking, fellas?
So you weren't able to meet Pharaoh after all.
But I learned about some very important things. The Child of the Full Moon, and the Antilochaea.
Child of the Full Moon, right. Thank you, Estelle. I should have figured if we come talk to Estelle, we'd get a recap on these terms.
But the only new thing we learned was what those words mean.
Well, kind of. The Child of the Full Moon was a little ambiguous.
As for the reason Pharaoh's trying to kill you, it seems we won't know unless we go and ask him directly.
But you heard what he was saying. If I go to meet Pharaoh, he'll just wipe me out.
Well, we'll just have to beat the answers out of him before he can do that.
It looks like we'll never know the truth then.
After all this, it's like I'm being told that I should just give up.
No way.
Maybe...
Huh?
maybe what I'm trying so hard to figure out isn't really that important to know at all.
Oof, a harsh lesson to be sure, but maybe it's true.
What do you mean?
If I'd never met you, Yuri, and I just kept living my life in that castle, I would have lived without ever knowing about the Child of the Full Moon, or the Antilocheia, or any of that.
Unless you were attacked there by Pharaoh, I suppose, then things would come to a head real quick.
So maybe I could just go on living without knowing why Pharaoh wants me dead.
So you're saying you should just go back to the capital?
I think that's definitely an option.
It is.
If that's what you want to do, I won't stop you.
There we go again, Yuri just being like, yeah, well, whatever you want to do.
Yuri.
Our contract with you is null and void at this point, after all.
That's true.
It's just, I don't really like hypothetical situations. They're not real life. And I'm not too good at pretending to forget things that I already know. If you can do that, then I don't have any problem with it. But can you really?
I guess it would eat a person up, but... And there, again, just let's not ignore the fact that Pharaoh... You know, we encountered Pharaoh in Dawngrest, so he certainly can get around. He might show up in the capital one day and try to ice Estelle there. That would not be good.
Then I can't do that either. But I have no idea what I should do in this sort of situation.
It is a sticky sitchy, isn't it?
You want to know the truth, but you don't know what to do. That'd be a good summary of your situation, right?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Alright, yeah, I guess we can't really dispense with any advice at this moment. Ooh, pardon me. I'll think about it. So, you got nothing to say, Rapide? Alrighty then. He didn't really partake in our conversation there, you know. Bit of a shame that. Okie dokie, now let's go see Patty. I remember her being here because I had to run down here to save the game. So here she is meditating? What is she doing?
Would you like a skewer?
Oh, she's just eating one of her kebabs.
Is it any good?
It looked like she was doing she was in a lotus position, some kind of meditation going on, but never mind.
Why don't you try it out?
Oh, that was a weird, because of the giant...
It's my grandfather's secret recipe.
Giant sword there kind of made that camera angle a little weird.
What? But didn't you say you had amnesia?
I know everything there is to know about Ifrid. I traveled all over researching about him after all.
Huh. So, yeah, interesting.
That's how I figured out Ifrid was the one who told me my name was Patty.
Ifrid told you your name?
That's my oldest memory.
Curious.
Just remembering that fond look makes me feel all warm inside. I don't know whether he's really my grandfather or not, but I feel that he was such an important person to me that I can't help but think that's who he is.
I see. Still, it might have been smarter to keep that to yourself.
Man, this is kind of a really introspective moment. Since Patty's so goofy normally, but like getting a bit of feels here.
But
you're used to it, huh?
I don't let small stuff like that bother me.
Crying gets you nowhere, was it?
Oof.
Even if you understand that in your head, your emotions aren't necessarily gonna listen.
Yeah, now that's a truth.
I'm more patient than a camouflaged stone flounder sitting still in a field of stones.
Wow, that's pretty patient.
Oh yeah? But your info broker turned his back on you too.
I once had a heart attack at the aquarium where there was a stonefish exhibit, cause stonefishes are really good at pretending to be rocks, and the thing was sitting right in front of the glass, but I was just looking into the display like, oh man, where is that stonefish? It's exciting, and I was just like, stonefishes are super venomous, by the way. It's like really dangerous in Australia and stuff, but where is this guy? And then the rock right in front of my face moved, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah, kinda something to do with this situation. Not a lot, I'm sorry, I'll move on.
It's nothing. Things will work out. Tomorrow is another day. What will be, will be.
Well, thank you, Edith Piaf. I think that was who sang Que Sera Sera.
In any case, if you want to cheer up.
Oh, now that I can get with.
This is good.
Didn't I tell ya?
Whoa! A title for our efforts, Dry-Eyed Dame. Man, that dame, she was dry-eyed for days. Alright, that was kind of a nice little moment. Kind of sweet. Yeah, I can see now she's eating the shish kebab there. How'd you like another school? I think I'm good, thanks. You keep chowing on that. And she's been eating those all this time. I mean, you'd think it was just like a cute character quirk, but in actuality, it was because of her dear grandpa and memories thereof. Okay. Aha!
You're always out walking around, aren't you?
Yeah, we have to stop meeting like this.
Yes, I guess I'm a pretty restless person.
That's unexpected.
You seem to have some problems staying put yourself.
I'm pretty restless myself.
That's not so unexpected, I think.
Really? What do you mean by that?
Maybe it's the wanderlust coming back to me from when I used to fly around with Baul all the time.
Oh, okay. I don't know, I'm feeling a little fishy still.
Yeah, back when you were wearing that weird white armor.
Yes.
Not that I'm gonna tell you anything about it. Nice try there, trying to get information about my past. Yeah, look at that, just
Are you going to look for Pharaoh by yourself?
That's freaking a side glance like, nope, I'm not gonna be sharing any backstory. I know you'd love me to, but...
Nah.
Oh, then where were you planning on going?
Only a walk.
Oh, I see.
Doesn't it seem like we've been meeting this way a lot recently?
Yeah, like the third time now, I think.
No, must be your imagination.
Okay. Good talk. Did that white armor really look that strange on me? Well... it was kind of a curious look, I suppose. Strange, but... I was gonna say, it's a little weird she's not running around in that armor anymore, but, you know... freaking Rita out to kill that pesky dragon rider, you know, she'd stick out like a sore thumb. Smart thing to do, not to be dressed in her official uniform. Anyway, were we supposed to rest here to move on the plot? Because we have talked to everybody now. Like, yes. I had to think for a second, like, have we? Yes, we have. How about resting after a hard day's work? Would you like to stay for 50 gold a night? That's cheap. I can do that, I think. I don't remember how much cash I have on me. Please come again. We look forward to serving you next time. Alright, Patty has disappeared from the bed, so I presume we have moved forward. Everyone is missing now. Are they here at the edge of town, or are they at the sage's hut? Nope, here they are.
Make it.
Figured. We were kind of leaving to take these folks back home, I think, so... yeah.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
But... man, it's frustrating. We didn't really ever learn what the deal with this mystery town was. It's gonna... I would be very confused if we never learn. If we never do find the answer, but... I mean... if it's gonna bother me while we wait to find out.
You'll be heading back too, right?
Yes. Thanks to your help, we've recovered our strength. We were thinking we'd cross the desert with you all. That is, if you don't mind.
Sure. Seems like a safe thing to do.
Just make sure you don't go wandering off.
How about us? What's our plan after this?
Oh yeah, we are really out of a plan at the moment. Pharaoh is a bust and nothing else really is going on with us. Raven's got his quest, so I guess we take care of that.
I'm headed for the air crane and the Wizened of Kados.
Oh yeah, that thing.
But I am curious about the Entelikeia too.
I have the honored task of delivering this letter here to Bellius.
I'd like to meet Bellius once myself. I mean, seriously, the Duce. I want to see just what kind of person the leader of the only guild to rival Altosk really is.
Bellius?
Yeah. Bellius is the Duce of Palestrale, which governs Nordopolica. She's the most important person there.
No, someone that Patty knows?
You're friends with someone that amazing, Carol?
Well, we're friends who have never met, bud.
Huh? Friends? Well,
It's Nordopolica for me, too. I'm gonna see what Flynn has to say about those knights in Mantake.
Also, I'd like to know why Flynn was in that Colosseum thing. Like, he wasn't trying to take over Nordopolica, but what was he doing in that tournament? that was kind of weird.
That's assuming he's still in Nordopolica, of course.
Yeah, of course, the knights in Mantake are super weird. Man, this entire continent is just one big mystery, wrapped in an enigma, smothered in secret sauce, isn't it?
I want to know why the Antilochea hate the child of the full moon. Which means I have to meet Pharaoh.
Oh, well, that's kind of an impasse then, because we're heading the opposite way. Except, I guess, Rita, if she wants to prioritize the Antilochea rather than that air Krana.
But there's gotta be another way that doesn't involve Pharaoh.
Right. Besides, walking around in the desert just looking for him wouldn't be easy.
Yeah, we tried that once, and we almost died for our efforts.
Why don't we all head for Nordopolica then? You're only looking to find out the reason you were attacked by the Antilochea, correct?
I'm a little confused. I'm still confused if there's more than one Antilochea, or if Pharaoh is just Antilochea is a title for Pharaoh.
Yes?
I imagine Belius could tell you if you met with her.
Why? Because of the connection between the Antilochea and the Colosseum?
Oh, yeah, good point, because we found out, yeah, that the Colosseum was built by those things.
I do remember
Those
Jaeger mumbling something about the Antilochea of Nordopolica.
Those thing, open bracket, S, close bracket.
If we can believe anything he told us.
Well, we'll pass through the Wiesent of Kados on the way to Sibelius. Good enough?
True enough. All right then, Nordopolica it is.
Right. First, let's get back to Mantake.
Yep, quite the backtrack we got in front of us. Oh, well.
What about Patty?
Might as well grind some more money on our quest to get back. Oh yeah, Patty, you have no... Oh well, you have your grand quest, but it doesn't really have anything to do with our semi-important quests.
If I remember correctly, there were some people in Nordopolica who didn't think too highly of Patty.
And there's that too, I forgot about that. Oh.
I'll be fine, as long as I don't run into any of them.
Not that anyone in Mantake liked her either, or that one guy, that one guild guy she hired.
As soon as I'm out in the open sea, everything will be okay.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Then, will you come with us?
Aye, that I will.
Oh, perfect. We don't have to do this game again of her leaving the party and me worrying when we're gonna bump into her again. Nice. Come on, let's all go on an adventure. Patty knows all about adventure, so this is all good.
Didn't Belius only meet with people on the night of the new moon?
Yes?
Yeah, we'll have to get a move on if we're going to see her.
Oh yeah, there was like half moon up there, so I can't remember if a new moon is the one that's full. No, yeah, I think a new moon, because a full moon is just called a full moon, so a new moon has to be the one where it's completely dark. But in any case, since it's a half moon, we've got 15 days to get to that. Assuming the moon cycles the same way that the moon in our world works.
I'll kick myself if we miss the new moon and have to wait another month.
Yeah, there we go, another month. Of course, we don't know how long a month is in this world, but... Reunited with everyone! Now! Oh, that's nice, they tossed Judith back in the front because I played as her last time. But we are not playing as Judith this time, we are going back to Raven. And let's switch around some of this other party, too. Hey, let's try this. Let's put Patty there instead of... No, that didn't change Raven's stats. Hold on, let's put Judith in there instead of... That didn't change... Do I have this thing off? Ah, jeez. No, I have Chivalry on. It's just that his stats aren't changing. Hold on. Okay, now his stats went down. So, yeah, let's have Patty... Patty in there. Okay, that's nice. The game just auto-fills Raven's health and technical points to maximum, since we were at maximum. There wasn't like a gap from his stats increasing. So let's do one of these for jokesies, is one of these with maximum points for Raven on Raven's stats, thanks to the skill he has. It's not even really a joke, it's just efficient use of his skill. But I also need to set up these real quickly. So Cyan Instant is that really rad move we got for him, but I want something else there. I don't really use the bouquet very much, but I guess I could put there that... Because we have these L1 moves, I might as well put some of these in here, like let's have this one be just this, because it's an all-around move, so might as well just have it be a neutral move. And... Oh, I got Glimmer Hood, no, that's fine. Let's put Just Like Dancing. Let's put some of these moves on these as well, just so I don't click empty. Oh yeah, actually, no, hold on. Let's put Windblade in there, so I have one use of that. It's a spell, but man. And I think we're ready to roll. The Clear CL Crystal, let's hear about that before we roll.
Can a Clear CL Crystal really be used to make a barrier?
If they could, and we had enough, we'd be able to make as many barriers as we wanted.
Then even areas that suffer frequent monster attacks could be assured safety.
Yeah, but if it were possible, wouldn't something like that have happened by now?
That's a fair point.
Maybe it's best not to get our hopes up about it then.
Ever the realist, I see.
All I'm doing is speculating on the most probable outcome.
Actually, I think that's what being a realist means.
Yeah, some would say some would conflate it with cynicist, if you... No, cynicist? Cynic? A guy who's cynical. If you wanted to be very cynical, I guess. Huh. That's shaped like itself right there. I just had this feeling like, wait, I need to check his moves real quick again just so I remember. So Rain is neutral, Serpent is down, Glimmer of Heaven is the side. Okay. And Cyan Instance was neutral, Just Like Dancing is the Windblade is up. Okay. Just Like Dancing is like a combo ender if we're fighting somebody like close range. Alright. I feel like with Raven, his arts are like unique enough that I remember which one is which, much easier than some other characters, but I can't promise for sure.